Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
Welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk About Verticals, a place where secrets are spilled, stories unfold, and the mysterious world of verticals is revealed in all its glory. Behind the scenes, oh yes. Exclusive insights, absolutely. Eccentric characters, you bet. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something suspiciously strong, and prepare for a conversation you didn't know you needed. So welcome to the podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. And now, let's talk. Hello and welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk About Verticals. Today we are going back to the fans and to some fan pages on Instagram, and I'm very happy to have her. She also does a lot of interviews with actors and actresses, but today I will interview her for my podcast episode, and I was really looking forward to this. So I say hello to Angel from Vertical Film Enthusiast. Welcome to my podcast. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we can talk from interviewer to interview.
Yes.
No, but we are not spilling some gossip who was easy to interview. No, we are not doing.
Never.
We have kind of more important things to talk about in the vertical space than gossiping. But sometimes gossiping is really nice, but not in the podcast.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So, first question I ask all of the fans. When did you get connected to this vertical space, and in which way and why? What was the point you stepped into this trap? Let's call it a trap.
I first started watching Verticals in 2023.
Okay, so
I've been around for a while.
yeah, I started also in 2023. So we are the oldies.
Oh,
Yeah, in that way, yes.
yes.
What was your first vertical?
I think don't note me on this because sometimes I've seen so many, so my brain's like, meh, maybe. Um, it was either Casey's first one or Eric's first one. I think it was Casey's because I think Casey started before Eric.
Okay. And how did you get into it? An advertising on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or?
It was Instagram. They were advertising it, and I was like, this looks okay. So I needed something for myself, so I started watching it, and then I hit that paywall, and I was like, I'm not quite ready. Like, I'm not quite ready to make that commitment. So I started watching another one, and I had hit the paywall again. And I was like, you know what? Why not? So I hit subscribe, and now I'm here.
What was your first subscription? Real short, or what was your first one?
It was real short.
Weekly or directly a yearly membership?
I didn't go directly to yearly. I went for the monthly. That's what
Yeah,
my
okay.
first subscription was the monthly for real short.
And then you did a night shifter to watch all series published till then, like I did.
Yeah. Oh no, I stayed up till 2 or 3 in the morning, having to wake up at 7 a.m. the next morning. And I was just watching. And then I found more apps and started downloading more apps. So I'd watch at work. I'd watch in the car. I was watching everywhere I could.
So, what was your mostly liked genre? Werewolf stuff? Because I didn't watch werewolf stuff first because it was for me too crazy in kind of way. Some started directly watching only werewolf ones, and with the CEO billionaire stuff later. So what genre you were hit at first?
At first, I want to say it was more of the like, I guess it was a mix of werewolf and the billionaire CEOs. I kind of just traded back and forth and and didn't really want to stray. And then I ran out and I was like, okay, I guess I gotta expand and started going to the mafias and every other genre there is.
And what genre catches you most?
Back then it was like the billionaire and like the romance. Now I can't even tell you. I like them. I like them all.
Yeah, they expired a lot in this
They
stuff.
have.
Unless I have the feeling that there are less vampires lately, isn't it?
Hmm. I've really only seen a couple vampires.
Yeah,
I've
I
probably
have.
seen more than I think, but
Yeah, but in the beginning, I had the feeling that there were have been more vampire stuff than now.
yeah, because at the beginning you think like, oh, it's just this whole like fantasy world. So of course they're
Hmm.
gonna start doing vampires and more werewolves and a vampire werewolf one, and
Yeah, yeah.
didn't really expect it to go the way that it has.
So, how many apps do you have at the moment?
I
Roundabout.
just recently deleted a bunch because they were ones that like I was never on, or that were just grabbing ones from other apps
Mm-hmm.
and putting them on there so that they'd have some. So I'm currently down to 32, but I used to have 90 something.
90 something. Okay, I'm at the moment at 50. I downloaded yesterday a new one because the new show was dropped on a new platform. So
There's new platforms every day
yeah, and I don't understand why. For the audience, I think it's really shitty, so many platforms.
because there's a lot, and then they have different subscriptions, and then there are some that have exclusives that you can't get somewhere else.
Yeah,
So you're like,
yeah.
okay, I have to have this one if I want to watch this app. But then you think about the subscription, roughly $20 a subscription for a weekly, right?
But
Or
20
a monthly,
bucks
one of the
is
two.
cheap here in Europe. In Germany, I have some apps where a weekly membership is up to 30 euros.
Yeah, and there was one I went through when I started collecting a bunch of coins because I was like, I really wanted to watch the vertical that was on it,
Hmm.
but I wasn't gonna pay like $39 for a weekly sub, and I was like, not doing it. There's one um where the weekly, or no, it was the monthly price, but I got a discounted monthly price. But
Mm,
still the weekly is 25 something
yeah,
dollars.
yeah. That's really. Do you have the patience to watch it with coins? I don't have.
I rarely am able to actually like sit there and try and watch it with coins. I usually, if I do try and unlock it with coins, I go in and I get the coins and then I unlock the episodes, but I don't watch those episodes, and I'll just do that until it's unlocked. But it has to be one that I'm patient enough for, and then I would like want the anticipation to build.
Uh-huh.
Most of the time I'm not patient enough and I'm like, okay, I'm either waiting till I get a sub or I'm getting a sub right now.
And a big theme in discussion, always in my monthly recap episodes, are the interactive ones. What do you think about the interactive ones?
I don't mind them. I don't I've seen all of the interactive ones.
In both
Put it
ways
in
or
perspective,
mostly in the free way?
in both ways. Put it in perspective, I've seen over 2,500 verticals. And so I if I have if there's one like what was it? How to Train a Good Boy CEO
Mm-hmm.
on Good Short.
Yeah.
Um, I started watching that one and I did all the free options. And then I went through and I did all the paid options. And then I went through and did both options and just kind of did a mix because I wanted to see like what the story would be like. Um,
Was it super
I
different?
understand it was a little different. It wasn't too like groundbreakingly different,
Mm-hmm.
but it was nice to see the different sides and like the different mixes that you could get.
Yeah,
So I don't
because
hate them.
No, for me, it's sometimes unbelievable. If you already have a membership, then you have although to pay, and
Hmm.
sometimes every episode or every decision got more expensive in coins. So that's and for me, to be honest, I was a bit sad for Jackson Tiller when he had his first show on Real Short finally, and then it was an
Hmm.
interactive one.
Oh,
Oh,
was that the one that came out earlier?
yeah, it's not so long ago.
Finding Master, right?
Yeah, it's kind of BDSM stuff. Yeah, yeah.
He did you know that he filmed that over 2 years ago?
Yeah, lately a few shows dropped which have been filmed more than 1 year ago and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Who
Or
Nevan Tomic wrote on his profile lately one with Kaylin Peluso. He did. I think it was with Kaylin, which was filmed more than 1 year ago.
hmm.
And
I
sometimes the
mean,
shows now they are filming Christmas verticals and they have to come out in 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's so shortened when they wrap and when they get released, and sometimes with such a long time distance.
yeah, and you think about it like Love and Blood they
Hmm.
did last December.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It was
took
also,
9 months to come out.
but to be
And
honest, I
then
haven't
Dan,
seen it yet because I want
I
to
understand.
skip this first. You know, sometimes some shows were so hyped in the beginning. And there was it's kind of same with K-Man's Under the Hood, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They were all so hyped, so hyped, so hyped until they got released. And I prefer to let the first reviews and everything slide until the hype is getting a bit down, and then I will watch it. Because I've
Yeah,
then the
that's why it
feeling
took
it's
me, I think it took me about at least a month to put out my review on Love and Blood. And it's not that I didn't, watch it, that I didn't enjoy it. It was just I wanted to give people a break from the
yeah, yeah.
constant
It
Love
was
and
the
Blood
same with
reviews.
Game of Choice lately. So
I still
many.
haven't been able to watch that one because I don't have a Tallflix subscription, so I have to get coins for it.
Don't watch it before you go to bed. Really.
Um,
But it's
but
so different in storyline, and I was so hoping for so different type of stories lately. Um,
mhm.
how many subscriptions do you have at the moment?
At the moment, um, I think f 4 or 5.
What's your normally used apps for subscription?
I I kind of just jump around,
You jump around, okay?
watch what
No.
I can. There's a yearly subscription to Real Short.
Hmm.
Um, there's monthly subscription to Drama Box. I have
Yeah.
one for Flare Flow at the moment, and I just got one for um, Drama Wave.
Drama Wave I don't have at the moment. I got a yearly membership for Candy Jar because
Hmm.
I like it. The Candy Jar of had mostly kind of new stories, and in my Apple overview of my board, I got a yearly membership offered for Vglue for
Hmm.
€9.99 for yeah.
Wow.
That was
Okay.
so you have to check if you have an iPhone and you
Oh, I know the iPhone trick. I know the subscription. I love
and
this.
and Aline from I Love Verticals told me lately, I don't know when it was, 1 month ago, she said, yeah, you have to check there. I'm getting offered new abos directly in the overview. And I checked it and €1.99. What?
Hmm.
Okay, check. But I like it also. Viglo and Candy Jar offers really nice stories lately. Not so many shows dropping, like Real
Hmm.
Short and Drama Box. do, but I really like the stories there.
Yeah. But back to like, the taking forever to drop, like the one with Dan Youngma and Kirby that
Mm-hmm.
just came out where he's like in a wheelchair. They filmed that I think last December and the December before. And he
Yeah.
was like, I don't think this is ever gonna drop. And so it finally did. And he was like, oh,
Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. I spoke a lot with actors and actresses and even directors, and they mostly don't know when the show got releases because no one tells them. The first thing
hmm
they get to know it is when they get tagged in some reviews or stuff like that. They are, oh, the show is out. Okay. I don't know
or they
that.
get tagged in
Yeah.
a story where it's,
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, this is coming soon.
Yeah. So when did you start your Instagram profile for the verticals?
Um, I started my vertical film enthusiast page April of this year. I was bored at work and I was like, I had gotten some hits because I did like some story reviews
Mm-hmm.
on my personal page. And I was like, some people actually enjoy reading my reviews. I was like, you know what? I'll start a review page. So I'm at work and I just start one up and the rest is history.
And when did you get your idea of doing the interviews also?
Um, so that came with my weekend watch list. I think I started my weekend watch list between, I don't know if it was 2 weeks or a month into my page.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had the idea of like I wanted to highlight an actor or an actress for an entire weekend and just nothing. I post nothing but them that weekend.
Okay.
Um,
Do you
it
still doing
was
this now?
I still do it every weekend.
Okay.
Um, but I think after I had gotten a couple responses, I was like, I wonder if they'd ever be willing to do a video interview with me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I have more questions that I don't want to put on this form for
Yeah.
them to try and
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it's true.
So I
Absolutely.
added it into the form, and then Shanna Sino was the first person to be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's do it, and scheduled one.
Mm-hmm. And how many interviews have you done so far?
I have done 30. A couple of them I haven't been able to post yet because the footage is all kind of weird because I do all of mine are video.
How often do you publish an interview?
I try and publish them at least I try and publish them a week after they're done, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes life gets ahead of me and I'm not able to, but
Yeah.
I try and publish them at least no later than a week later.
Okay. And what was your experiences to do the interviews? Because when I started recording for the podcast, I was so happy about how uncomplicated these peoples are. I sent them an email and said, "Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay."
hmm
And we had so nice chats and recordings. It was so fun always. And when you think about how often they are so busy with shootings and 12 hours days and stuff like that, I was okay. And you want to do a recording now? We can do it. No, it's fine, I will do it. And I said, okay, nice for me to do.
hmm
So what was your experiences in doing these interviews?
My experiences with interviews, they've all been like super, super kind, super fun chats. A lot of them have, you know, brought laughs or interesting stories, and
Yeah,
it's all been super kind. And if they've had to reschedule, I'm super flexible with it because I'm like,
yeah.
I know that they can get things in the drop of a hat. Like Michael Nelson was telling me how he got a role at 9 p.m. and had to be on set the next morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah, it was the same with Cayman. I had scheduled with Cayman and he told me, or he sent me an email in the evening. Sorry, I just got informed that I have to fly tomorrow in the morning to Turkey. Okay,
They
let's
can get
do
roles
it.
in the drop of a hat, which I think is great, but at the same time, you're like, wow.
I think for
That's
me that would
insane.
not be a great life if I don't know. I'm really want to know what I have the next 4 weeks to do, and if it's a job and you don't know exactly if you have a job in 3 weeks, oh, I don't know if it would be great for my nerves to do that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. Or like I try not to be the one to reschedule. I
Mm,
try and like if it needs to be rescheduled, it's because something, you know,
mostly
on their end.
a shooting
Like
came in.
usually, the script. I had one scheduled with somebody, and it was like reach out to me in like 2 to 3 weeks. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So I reached out. They're like, I have 3 shows back to back. Could we try again later? And I was like, yeah, no, don't. I'm not worried
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Have you been stood up without any saying? No,
I have.
we can talk openly about it because it happened to me 5, 6 times.
I I don't think it's happened that many times to me, but it has been a couple times where I didn't get any notice
Hmm.
or like any communication till at least the next day. And I completely understand. Like I said, they have busy lives. They can get roles with the
Yeah,
drop of a hat.
but sometimes I'm just wondering, don't they have any calendar or stuff where they put their dates in?
I, sometimes and sometimes, life can get ahead of you. I've had one where I was supposed to have an interview with this person, and I sat here for like 45 minutes waiting, and then it had hit like 55 minutes, and I was like, okay. And they had like a chat bot.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, hope you're well. Let me know when you want to reschedule. Like, I hope everything's okay.
Did you get an answer?
Heard from them, and they posted on their story, not much later, and I was like, at least they're alive.
Didn't you get a bit of angry?
I'm I'm not a I can't I'm not a very angry person. I don't like getting
Okay.
angry. I can't be mean. So I was speaking with someone, and they were like, if because I am submitting auditions and I am submitting self-tapes. And they're like, if you get it, are you gonna be the good guy or the bad guy? And I was like, I don't think I could be the bad guy.
Oh, sure. For me, that would be totally easy.
I don't like I can be, but at the same time, it's probably what would be best because it would challenge me the most.
Yeah. So, do you have a kind of special cast you like, or what motivates you to turn on a vertical?
Um, at this point, I watch everything. Um, there are things that I want to change, and there are things that I'm not like I fully don't support. At the same time, like I want to see if they do the story different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for example, like the double XL Eris
Yeah,
one with
yeah,
Lawson that I
yeah,
just reviewed. I was like, it's one of those ones. But I was like, I want to see what they do with the story.
yeah.
And it's just my curiosity, I guess. In the end, it's my curiosity of are they gonna do something different or is it gonna be the same storyline that I've seen 100 times?
do you
I
do
don't
you always watch till the end, or do you drop off sometimes?
I try and watch till the end because there have been that couple that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch till the end. And someone will be like, did you see the ending? I'm like, no, now I gotta go watch the ending. And it'll have like this crazy twist at the ending. Like one of them, the ending, she didn't even choose like one of the guys that she was supposed to choose from. She got up and she went on a vacation, and you're like, this isn't what we want. We want an answer, but
No.
it's
Yeah,
a
that's a
twist.
shitty cliffhanger style. They're sometimes not so cool.
I have some cliffhangers that make me upset.
What, for example? Which cliffhanger?
Um, I think the big one of the biggest cliffhangers was how to dump a hockey star.
Oh, yes.
Because you're like, what happens?
Yeah, I was looking. Did they miss uploading an episode or what happened? Yeah, exactly.
You're like, she's going through all of this to spoiler if nobody's seen it yet. She's going through all of this to wake this man up, and he's not waking up. And then he just grabs a sheet. But what happens afterwards?
Yeah, yeah, true. And also a shitty cliffhanger was in the vertical with Kira Wisely and Jackson Tiller from
Yep.
from Contract Lover to Billionaire's Wife.
Mm-hmm.
It screamed for a part 2.
There are some where I've posted them like we need a part two. What are you doing?
You know, I was wondering, or I was kind of surprised that they did a part 2 for Falling for a Superstar. Because after part 1, I don't miss a part 2, to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean it was a nice
It's nice. Yeah,
it
it's
was a
totally
nice
nice.
addition.
But I didn't expect that there will be a part 2. Because for me,
Mhm.
after part 1, it was totally finished.
Or there's one that Zach Riss did that like completely destroyed me. Like I cried so hard that I was like, I would have loved either a couple more episodes or another part two.
Let me
And it's
guess, You Are My Destiny
is it that one?
with
Is that the one where he was blind?
Yes, it was because it
Yes.
made me cry also. And I thought the ending is kind of weird when he was old and sitting and watching the pictures in this room. Yeah, it was the one he was blind where Samantha Drews gave him
Yes.
his cornies.
Because then like it rewinds to the day that she saves him. And I was like, okay, a few more episodes because then he knows like what he did wrong and I want to see that redemption. Or just make a second one, a shorter second one,
Yeah.
where you get that redemption from him.
Yeah, but that was the first vertical who made me crying. Also,
Oh no, I've had so many that's made me cry.
what for
I love you more.
example?
I love you more than life. Destroyed me.
Which was that? I'm so
That's
bad
with
in
Mark
titles.
Herman. It's Mark Herman and Kylie Pearson. It's on Real Short.
When did this come out? Lately?
I'm pretty sure it came out before Zach's did.
Okay.
Because Mark is like the bad husband that doesn't pay attention to his wife, and then she goes, something happens with her, but it was like so heartbreaking with the way that it all played out.
I'm pretty sure I saw this one, but to be honest, there are so many bad husbands lately.
There's so many bad husbands.
Don't you miss sometimes kind of story where husband and wife are equal, like a team, and not always he's bad or dominant and she always is so devoted and weak?
I do, and I think if they started to make those again, they'd really pop off because I do think a lot of people miss those.
Yeah, you know, for me, it's kind of transported to the audience that a woman is always weak, and without a man, she cannot survive in this world. And that's so stupid.
And something that I learned was, a lot of them do come from Chinese, verticals and adaptations from that. And China has a very, very different way of living than us.
Yeah.
And I think it was Ryan Vince that talked about it at Verticon. He was like,
have you been at Verticon?
Until you I was at Verticon, yeah.
Okay.
It was like, the way that China lives is so much different than us that this is normal to China. Whereas in, other countries, America and Germany and
the cultural difference
UK,
is
it's
really
not
big. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have too much of a culture shock when I was in Germany, but it was still different than here.
Yeah, the Germans are totally structured and organized and kind of We call it Spießer. Kind of very, very strict
Hmm.
and not so open to new ones because verticals are here not very common in Germany.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I had a visit from a childhood friend, and she said, "Oh, I saw you're doing a new podcast. What is this kind of vertical? Is And she asked me, is this vertical stuff a new movie?" And I said, "No, it's called vertical because you have to watch it vertical." And oh, okay. And a lot of even my sister and stuff, they don't know what verticals are here. It's not
And for
so.
a while, there's a lot of people that like, I'll be watching them because I still watch them wherever I go. I'm like, I'm not ashamed of it. I embrace it. This is
Yeah.
my life. This is what I love. This is what I enjoy. And they'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Watching a vertical." And they're like, "What is that?" And so I like try and explain it to them. My sister recently started watching them because I watch them so often.
Okay, to be honest, since I started watching verticals, I haven't used my TV anymore.
I was until last night, right? Last night I called it a horizontal streak. And I hadn't seen a horizontal movie in well over a year and a half.
Yeah, it's
Almost, I think it was 2 years actually. And I only broke it. I knew I was gonna have to break it soon because Noah Fernley has one coming out. Sam Myerson's filming a Christmas one soon. Like all these vertical stars are getting into, horizontals. And I'm
yeah.
like,
The
I
thing
love it.
how the last horizontal stuff I saw was from Eric Gilmet, the Tales for Christmas one.
Okay, yeah.
That
I
was the last horizontal I saw.
I think I watched that like as soon as it came out. But still, even then, like I have been on a horizontal strike. I will put something on for my daughter, and that is it. I don't pay attention to it. I'm watching something on my phone. But I broke it yesterday because The Disinvited was released and like you could buy it and rent it. And Ryan Ray Vincent's in that one.
Okay, yeah. You know the
And it's
problem
a
is
it's a horror.
I don't like horror. No, the mostly the problem is I want to watch the horizontal which came out with Robert Palmer Watkins. What was the title? I don't know exactly. It's or even the Tales for Christmas with Eric Gomet, who was published on Prime. In Europe, it wasn't. It's until today not possible to watch it on Prime. It's only
Oh wow.
published in the US. And the same stuff is to the one from Robert Palmer Watkins, because
Hmm.
I asked him where it will be published and he wrote it on his profile. But it's only published in the US, not in Europe on Prime.
I think that's how The Disinvited is. I'm not 100% sure because The Disinvited it's an indie film. So it's an
Okay.
indie company, but it is on Prime. I just don't know if it's on like worldwide Prime.
I don't understand why it's only published then in the US, for example, and not Prime worldwide. Because to be honest, I only could watch Tales for Christmas on Daily Motion. There was no other way to watch it for me here in Germany.
And I think for that, I think like for The Disinvited, right? If it's not on worldwide, it's an indie film. So it's an independent film. It's
Hmm.
not a big production company where I think Amazon needs to see that it does well enough to be able to push out. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. Don't fact
Yeah,
check me on
yeah,
any of this because
yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
no.
But I think they have to see how well it does for people, in the States that have more connections with the actors
Yeah.
or that know more about the actors to where they can publish it, everywhere.
Yeah, but
Um,
I don't know if it would make such a difference for them if they are publishing it worldwide or only in the US.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know that all of these voices, Louis Tomlinson,
Hmm.
um, if you don't know who Louis Tomlinson, he's a singer. He was in One Direction. Short story. He purchased published his biography
Hmm.
or filmography, whatever it is, however you
Yeah.
say that. And after a while, it wasn't available in the States. And so
Okay.
I wasn't able to watch it for a while,
Yeah.
um, until someone gave me a link to be
Yeah.
able to watch it.
Yeah.
Which it
Depends.
sucks because there are small films out there that people want to see that they can't
Absolutely.
access.
Absolutely. So for me, that's why I'm always happy that the verticals apps is always everywhere publishing the same, you know? So
Hmm.
do you watch the Asian ones?
I've tried. Um, I don't really understand English, the Korean and Chinese.
Yeah.
So I like try and understand what's happening.
Yeah.
After watching, 2500, you kind of understand the gist of what's happening in a
Yeah.
gala scene.
Yeah.
I kind of understand what's happening there.
But yeah.
Or in like a hospital scene where, the woman sees her man with another woman. You kind of understand the
The
gist of
cheating
what's happening
situation
there.
is everywhere the same. And the bad stepmom and stepsister also. No, but for me it was very exhausting to watch a vertical with the subtitles because I don't understand Chinese. And the Chinese slang is so hard and so abrupt in speaking. That was for me really whew. And I gave it
Mhm.
up. I cannot watch it.
I think there was one, because I haven't really watched full scenes. I've kind of just like tried. Like, okay, can I understand what's happening in any of these? There was one I was watching where it was like, English speaking, and then the next scene, it was like scene or reel 5, episode 5. It had flashed to this like Chinese episode, and it was just completely different. And then episode 6, it went back to the English speaking, and I was like,
What?
what did I just watch?
Kind of weirdo. But to be honest, a Chinese billionaire CEO doesn't look like as hot as an American one, isn't it?
That's very true.
They are so small and so thin and so pale sometimes. For me, it's hard to imagine that some of these guys can give you a hug like, I don't know, like a Cayman Cardiff can, or you
Or
know
a
what I
Ryan
mean?
Vincent or an
Yeah,
Eric
yeah,
Gilman or
yeah,
any of them.
exactly.
I get it.
I've never seen such a well-trained Chinese actor like the American ones. Sorry.
I get it.
It's not that I'm discriminating anything, but for me, I'm 5'10". For me, it's totally hard to imagine to get hugged from a Chinese CEO billionaire. No.
Get this 6'2" buff tattooed American, and you're like,
Yeah, when you see the American ones and you see them shirtless and you see the abs and the muscles, sometimes I think, oh yes, I want to get hugged from exactly this one. When he, the
just
thing,
that one.
yeah, when he said, I protect you, I believe him.
Yeah, you're
If
like, oh,
another
you'll
one,
protect me? Got it.
yes. And other ones, I cannot believe that they can protect me when they are so thin.
Like, don't
No.
worry, I'll protect you. And you're like, you don't have that much muscle.
Are you sure that I don't have to
I think I'll go,
protect
but
you?
I think I'll go with the bad guy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's not the American actors that we think that with. At least not me. It's always,
Yeah,
or Australian. I love my Australian and
let's,
my American actors.
yeah, absolutely. There are also a lot of look for Niven Tomic is from Switzerland origin, or Fabian Anna is from Germany, and so
Hmm. Robert Keefe's from the UK.
yeah. Okay, so let's say in the origin verticals, the actors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
mostly got it. But
The English speaking ones. There we go.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Sometimes you you see exactly which came over from China, which was maybe AI translated the script, because the sentence don't makes any sense when you're talking about it. And I'm hoping a bit for more origin scripts from the US, like Campus
And I
Rivals
know there's a
did,
lot more
and
coming.
yeah, and
I
I'm
know a
really
lot of
hoping for
actors are
that.
writing their own,
Yeah, I'm
which is
hoping for that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But no, I can say this because my interview with Michael Nelson is out. He was saying that how, because he's in Dean, My Mafia Protector
Mm-hmm.
with Jackson. The director came up to him, handed him the script, and was like, "I don't want you to say any of this. Improv it all, because these lines are horrible. Improv it all." So he
But
just got
that's
to play
good.
improv.
But that's good. Sometimes Michael Vaccaro, for example, told me that he likes to improvise.
I love Michael because he's so funny.
He told me that he loves to improvise the lines and do it a little bit more with comedy kick. And also Adam Chisnell told me that. But some of the directors are really strict. They say you have to
Hmm.
say your lines like in the script, even if they don't make sense. And that's kind of stupid.
It is, and a lot of I've heard that as well, where they're like, I have to say the script that the way that they want it. And I'm like, let them improvise. They're actors. This is what they do for a living.
Yeah,
If they're new, if
exactly.
they're like brand new, then I understand, right? If they've only been in like
Yeah.
one, maybe two, then I might understand. But, the ones that have done 10, 20,
The
30,
mostly of the
40,
actors have 30, 40.
43,
Yes, exactly.
let them improvise.
Or for example,
Because
Kirby Elwood did already 27 leads, only leads. So if she's not experienced enough to improvise, I don't know.
yeah, and it's just like let them improvise. Because if you're improvising a scene, especially like a funny scene or you know,
Mm.
you're gonna get the genuine reaction from your coworker.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, what's the feedback you are getting on your Instagram profile? Is there also some kind of, no, not negative, it's kind of, I spoke with a lot of fandom sites and stuff like that. And for example, Sandy from Eric and Matt Fandom told me she sometimes gets messages why she isn't publishing everything Eric is telling the people, even if it's a subscription story, for example. So she gets
Well, the subscription story it's for subscribers only, so it's
yes.
meant to be only seen by them. So I get it. So not only I don't know if you know this, but not only do I have my review page, I have
Okay,
Sam
now.
Myerson fandom, I have
Okay.
Jake Hobbs fandom, I have Ryan Vincent fandom, and then I have Mafia Temptation series, which is my fan page for the Mafia Temptation that is on Candy Jar because they're all of Candy Jar's books, or all of Jar English, all of Candy Jar's films
Yeah.
are
Oh,
based on
based on
books,
books. Yeah. Yeah.
and Mafia Temptations is a 3-book series. And so
Yeah.
they've only made the first one, and I really want one or two and three to come out. So I made the page with hopes that it'll make it happen.
Do
But I get
you
it.
do you
I
have
I
the
get
big Sam Myerson fandom? There are a lot of Sam Myerson,
I have the big one that
the big one. Okay.
I'm in his sub chat as admin. It's sam.myerson.fandom.
Hmm.
Um, but on my review page, I don't really get negative feedback. A lot of people, they they basically stay positive and they're like,
Hmm.
this is great, like love the review, so on and so forth. I've gotten some negative comments on the actual like actors fandoms, which I feel like it comes with the territory, People are gonna be jealous, people are gonna be upset. They're gonna be like, well, Sam posted, it's on his story and it's subscribed to you. Why don't you post that? It's not my place to,
Yeah.
post it for subscribers because there are people paying to see all these extra things. There are people paying to be in the chat where he, can go in and chat.
Yeah. So when
There are
did you
people paying
start
to
your
see
fan
these.
pages and why exactly for these people?
Um, let's see. Sam and Jake, I believe I believe I started shortly after I started my review page. Um,
Because they get you hooked up in some verticals or what?
well, Sam and Jake, it was more, I had saw that, Eric had one and Jeff had one and
Hmm.
all these really big people. And this was before like I got into the space as much as I am now. Like
Hmm.
I was just starting. I was like, why not? Um, they didn't have pages. They didn't have somebody celebrating them. If I could, I'd have 300 fan pages and I'd run them all. I'd have a fan page for everyone in the space. I honestly would. No, but some people already have one. Like Eric has one and Jeff has one
Yeah,
and Kira and Kirby, they have one. And it was just like I want to celebrate them. You know,
yeah.
if it doesn't come about, it doesn't come about. But like I said, I'd run 300 if I could. Running a fan page takes a lot.
Yeah, how
Plus my review
many
page,
time
plus
affords your Instagram profiles per day roundabout?
90% of my day, I'm working on something for at least one of my profiles.
Really? Oh,
I
holy.
think the only time that I'm not is um, when I'm sleeping, honestly. Because
And you
I
are not
can
dreaming about your new posts on the sites?
No, I have dreams of being in verticals. That's my dreams. Since I'm, submitting self-tapes and everything.
How
Kind of
long,
just
when did you start this?
I started submitting self-tapes in June.
Okay.
Um it was kind of a turning point with the loss that I've had in my life and kind of rebuilding myself, and
Okay.
then you see more and more new actors. Every time you watch a new vertical, you're like,
Yeah,
wait, I've never
absolutely.
seen this person before.
Yeah, lately there
The
were new
worst
few actors, yeah.
the worst that can happen is that I don't get a role. That's the worst that can
Absolutely.
happen.
Yeah.
If not, I'm gonna regret that I didn't take the chance. I didn't
Yeah.
take the leap of faith to, at least submit self-tapes and put myself out there and try.
Where are you based?
Um,
In Los Angeles?
no, I'm currently in North Carolina, but it would be a 5 to 6 hour drive to New York.
Okay,
Uh, I
good.
think it's roughly 10-ish hours to Georgia, maybe. I know there are some filming here, and then of course I can I have friends that I can stay with in LA
Hmm.
that I can apply in LA as an LA local.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, or
And I have
maybe,
friends in Georgia and New York. I can apply everywhere as
yeah,
a
they're
local.
shooting in Atlanta also. And what about Vancouver? Vancouver lately, they're shooting so much.
They are, and I'd love to. I got my new passport for that reason.
You know,
If
I
they
was
want me for one so bad and they want to fly me there, I gotta make sure I'm able to get there.
also Europe, China.
Yep,
I'm really looking forward to what Sam Eisen produced at the moment in Istanbul.
it looks very interesting.
Yeah,
He's
to be honest,
I know he
every
was
vertical produced in Istanbul was really good. On Drama Pops, the verticals are really great, which were produced in Istanbul.
I know he was nervous about it's Istanbul because there are cats everywhere and he's allergic to
Yeah,
cats.
yeah,
So
I
he
have.
was like,
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that he went because on WordFest, when I talked to him, he said, yeah, I got offered a few times roles overseas, but I'm more the type of wanna be home every evening in my bed.
and
And
that's
then
what
I
him and Jackson
saw,
said.
oot, he flows over to Istanbul. Okay, hello to Europe, Sam.
That's that's what Jackson said. Because it was during Jackson and Sam's panel.
Ah, yeah, it was in the
That
panel, exactly. Yeah, yeah, where they told
they
it. Yeah.
both were they haven't traveled and they're kind of just they're old enough to where they just like to go home and be in their own bed at night. And then Sam was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Turkey," and everyone's like,
What?
"You're doing what?"
Yeah, but it looks like he really enjoys it at the moment in Turkey.
I think he's having a lot of fun,
Yeah,
which is good.
the Europe cities are coming up lately in filming. I spoke to Dan Löwenstein already, and he said that they are founding a own platform in the UK. So I think they will be
Yes.
shooting a bit more in the UK already. And
I mean, Danny Farber's there right now.
yeah, in London doing a Christmas vertical. Roberta Sparta was in Italy till 2 days ago, I think, filming.
Hmm.
So I think Italy will pop more and more up because, you know, Dungeons of Ecstasy was filmed in Italy,
So beautiful. So gorgeous.
and the Tuscany and stuff like that are great shooting places. And then Löwenstein told me he shot a vertical in an old harbor city in Italy with it's not out yet, with Andre Prunella. And
Okay.
what was the co-star of in Pool Boy? No name.
Declan?
No, his co-star in Pool Boy.
Uh,
You know what
testing
I?
our knowledge right now.
Nah, you know who I mean.
Yes, I know who you mean.
If I don't know, it's kind of different name. Yeah, they shot on a yacht in on Italy also, and I think Italy is coming more and more up, and Istanbul continues producing verticals. So I'm really hoping. You know, the fun part is Candy Jar is based in Berlin, in Germany,
Hmm.
but they're not so common here with the verticals in Germany. Hello, we have also nice places to shoot here. So,
Do. I loved the scenery that I got to see when I was in Germany.
where in
And
Germany have you been?
um, I always say the name wrong because I don't think I was ever told how to say it correctly, but Stuttgart?
Stuttgart. It's 1 hour
Yeah.
from here, Stuttgart. It's
And
not
then
far
I
from
went
me.
to
What did you do in
Oktoberfest.
Stuttgart?
I was in the army.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Um, and then I went to Oktoberfest
To Munich.
in Munich. Um,
I've never been to the Oktoberfest.
Grafenwehr.
I've never been there.
I was I was a young army soldier. I wanted to have fun, so I was
Have
like,
you also
Oktoberfest
been
it is.
to Rammstein?
I was supposed to, but then I had to come home early.
Okay.
So no.
No, because
I ended up going
that's a typical soldier station here in Germany for.
I went to Grafenwehr.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Europa Park.
Oh, Europa. I'm going every year to the Europa Park. I
I
love
love
it.
it. I was so mad. I know we're not
It's
talking
one
about
and a
verticals,
half
but
hour to drive by car from here, from my home. And my dad was born near the Europa Park, so I have a lot of aunts and uncles and stuff there. So I'm going every year to the Europa Park. That's a must.
oh, jealous. Because I'd gotten this big Stitch, like slushy, but it wasn't really plush, it was kind of stuffed. And I got a Squirtle. And then I came home and one of my roommate's dogs had destroyed it, and I was so upset. I was so upset. But I remember I had gotten separated from my group, and then someone had found me, and they're like, "Okay, we're going on this VR ride." And I was like, "VR ride? So cool." Um, if we got on it, and I said, "If this thing goes upside down, I'm hitting you in the place where it hurts." She's like, "It won't go upside down." And felt myself lift, and I knew I was going upside down, so my arm just went over.
Phew.
Like I told you.
When have you been in the Europa Park? When was it?
20 2018.
Because they opened so many new roller coasters in the Europa Park. And so
Look,
many
I'm gonna come
new.
visit you and then we can go.
I'm totally in. That's my guest room. You can have it.
Okay.
Totally in. And you know what? The Europa Park has now, they have a big Halloween charade. All the whole park is with pumpkins and Halloween stuff. And now they have the Christmas magic. It's called Winterzauber. They have the whole park, so many lights and so many Christmas stuff. And when you are driving the roller coasters with in the dark with all the light, oh, that's so magic. I have to send you picture overs.
Yes. Please do.
I love the Europa Park. Last year I couldn't go. I was totally sad because I had a heart surgery and I was not
Oh
able
no.
to ride roller coasters. But now I can go again. And
Yes.
every year I'm going because I
Oh, I'm so
love
jealous.
it. I love it. It doesn't matter what age you are. You know, I was not them. I gifted it to my nephew when he started going to school. I gifted him a day in Europa Park. You know, my nephew.
Yes.
My nephew surely want to go there. It was so fun. It was so fun.
I'm just going for my nephew.
Yeah, I have to. You know, he was only 6 years
Yeah.
old, so I have to go with him. And we were at this Christmas magic part. It was so,
Okay.
it was so great.
Oh man, you'll have to send me pictures.
Yeah, yeah, I can and I will. The Christmas thing was so great because in the Christmas magic they have opened longer in the evenings. So
Hmm.
at 5 p.m. it's getting dark here at the moment, and then all the lights and stuff are. Oh, it was so great. It was
Here
so
too.
great.
Here too.
And they opened last year a completely new roller coaster called Voltron in the Croatian part. I haven't been able to ride it yet, but or you have to watch on YouTube a video. It looks so crazy.
Oh, I
You know,
will.
I'm the type of for me it depends. I need someone who goes to me to the with me to the Europa Park who drives every roller coaster. Otherwise it's not fun.
I'm in.
Good. Okay. We can
I
talk
won't
about
hit
that.
you. I won't hit you if we go upside down, I promise.
Hopefully not. No, but that would be so great. Yeah, come over. We're going to the Europa Park.
Yes, I'm down.
Good. Check, you know, you can fly to Stuttgart. Stuttgart is only 1 hour from here. I can pick you up. Totally
Oh,
fine.
perfect.
Okay, all set. Why
Not
not?
not us talking about a theme park when we're supposed to be talking about vertical.
Yeah, you know, I talked also with Cayman about Santa Claus in Australia. So what? I'm an open podcast.
I love it.
That's life, you know? Sometimes your life got really shitty and you need something who cheers you up, even if it's a vertical, even if it's a theme park, even if it's discussing about Santa Claus going to Australia where there's no snow in winter. So what? Yeah, that's sure. That's totally sure. But to go back
Yeah.
to the verticals, what is an absolutely no go for you in the verticals?
It's really hard for me to say because I like to be open and I like to provide honest reviews about everything. Um, I have spoke on this before, but I'll say it for those of you who listen to your podcast and haven't seen my interviews. Um, check it out if you haven't. But they there's one and it's Mafia Housewife with Jeff Violet and Sam Meyerson and Neela Jolene.
Do you know which
And
platform?
it's on Still Reel.
Hmm.
And it took me a really long time to watch that because the beginning is, a little it's domestic violence related. And I was in a very very abusive marriage, um,
Mm-hmm.
in all shapes and forms. So watching that was really like triggering to me. So I don't really think I have any no-goes per se,
Yeah.
um, but there are a lot that I don't like. I'll watch them, but I watch them to, see if they do something different, like the double XL one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched it to see if they did something different, or what else?
What was
The banquet
lately?
halls.
Oh God.
I will watch. I have watched the banquet hall ones. But I wanna see if they do something different, And
Hmm.
it was different. Tag has one, and it's my sister's not someone to mess with.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
And so I thought that, of course you're like, oh, it's a banquet hall. They're just gonna be, humiliating the sister the entire time, and then the brother
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
revenge.
Yeah.
But they added more to it to where they didn't stay in that banquet hall. They went out and they did other things. They ended up in another banquet hall towards the end,
Yeah.
but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't perfect either.
Yeah. I'm really excited about this pirate ones.
Oh my gosh, the pirate one with Nick
Yeah.
Westaway looks
Yeah.
so good. And
Yeah.
then Brandon Collins, if you haven't heard, him and his wife have a production company, and they're currently filming 3 trailers. And they'll release those 3 trailers at the same time, and then the viewers and the fans get to pick which vertical they make.
That's a
They
great
have
idea.
like let's see if I can I remember 2 of them. I don't know if I can remember a third one, but one of them's like a supernatural kind of one.
Uh-huh.
Um, one of them is a Western.
Oh God, I love Western. A old one Western with saloon style and stuff like that.
Yes, yes. They were I think I'll see if I can find the footage and I'll send it to
Oh,
you.
please.
But they're releasing, those 3 trailers, and then the fans and the viewers get to pick which one they'll make, and whichever one they pick is the one that they'll make and they'll release. Uh,
Oh.
and I was when he told me about all 3 of them, he talks about it in his interview. I just can't remember what the third one is at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was super excited. I was like, "Oh my, these sound really good."
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen Love You, Learning to Love You Again, Falling for You Again on Drama Box.
Yeah, I saw this one. Yep.
Brandon Collins is the lead in that. So we talked about how, you know, he was the lead, but there's not a lot of intimacy.
Yep.
And, it's because he has respect for his wife and doesn't want to do anything intimate with anyone other than his wife. And I completely get that.
Yeah,
And that's what
absolutely.
these 3 trailers and about, showing your love in a way that's different than the physical attraction.
Oh, that sounds really great. Yeah, I'm really excited for the pirate one because I really like the trailer already, and I
There's,
saw that they are filming at the moment again for this one.
yeah. I'm
And
excited for the murder mystery that Eric is currently filming.
oh yeah,
Eric, Mark Herman,
in
Adam
Hawaii, that
Daniel
really great
in
cast.
Hawaii.
Mark
Mark Vega,
Vega, Mariah Moss in it,
yeah,
Grace
you're like
Swanson is it in it.
Tiffany Alford.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
Yeah.
just like a murder mystery in Hawaii. First off, they're in Hawaii filming.
Yeah,
What?
I was kind of jealous when I saw this story and so okay, come on for work to Hawaii. And every time you
Right.
see them sitting at the pool singing, kind of, yeah, chilly willy, Hawaii. Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are coming kind of new great projects. But I'm, to be honest, hope for a bit of more comedian stuff.
Yes. I'd love to see more comedy. We've seen a couple horrors. I'd love to see more horror. I'd love to see more comedy.
But to be honest, when you're starting watching Verticals in 2023, I think kind of stories were better back then.
They weren't, but they were new to the space, They hadn't fully started pulling everything from China. They were kind
Yeah.
of just new and testing it out. Now they're pulling, and translating from China. They're creating more stories. They're doing everything. They're bigger. They're
Yeah.
very much bigger than they were in 2023. Um, and I've seen that, they they've gotten a little, some of them have gotten violent, some of them have gotten a little like, what am I watching? But then you've got those
But there
that
haven't been
kind of
so
redeem
much
it.
raping and kidnapping in the first
Yes,
ones.
no, there's not a lot of drugging, and
Yeah.
even now, I don't see a whole lot of drugging. You still see it occasionally, but you don't see it a whole ton anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So our hope is still on what will happen next because I think we're still at the beginning of the vertical space.
Hmm.
So
It's
at the
only
end
gonna
of,
go up from here.
hopefully, hopefully, because lately, to be honest, Real Shop dropped a lot of shitty shows. The quality was less because of the quantity. They have dropped so many
Hmm.
shows, but they're sometimes really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of every episode, I'm asking a 5 question quickie. So I will ask you the same,
Okay,
like to anyone.
I'm ready.
Okay, ready? What's your favorite
Yeah.
dish? Would you love
Like
to
to
eat?
eat?
Yeah.
Steak. Oh, I love a good steak. Steak and
Medium,
potatoes.
medium rare, or.
Medium rare. Medium rare.
Oh,
Always.
yes, that's good. That's good. And what's your favorite film? Horizontal one
Ooh, that's really hard.
or all-time classic one? You've rewatched many times or stuff like that.
I really like The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's kind of a classic. It's a tradition between my mother and my father that from Halloween to Christmas we watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't been able to. I haven't had the right mindset since I've now lost both of those parents. It's really hard to
Mm-hmm.
keep that tradition going.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the Saw movies. Megalodon Rising is a good one. It's got Luke
What?
Charles Stafford and Eric. Megalodon Rising. It's got Luke Charles Stafford and Eric Gilman in it.
A horizontal one? Oh, I don't know
It was
that.
like 2021.
Where was it released?
It's on Prime. I know it's on Prime.
Can you send me the
Um,
title, please, later? I can
yes,
search it
I
if
got you.
we are able to watch it here in Germany or not.
Yeah.
Always the same stuff.
Poor poor
Yeah,
Luke
some.
dies first.
Ooh!
Poor Luke dies.
Ooh! Okay, I have to search that one. So, what's your favorite music? Or what's your favorite song? Who puts you in a good mood?
Um, Gosh, I have all kinds of favorite like music. I don't really hate any specific type of song or genre. Currently, I'm really like I browse through all my songs, obviously, but the one that I usually put on first is Clean Cut by Robert Palmer Watkins.
Yeah, I have him on my playlist. I have a lot of vertical actors on my playlist where I'm listening to the morning dog walk.
And then there's one, it's called Circus, and it's by, I think his name is John Michael Moore.
Circus.
Let's see, hold on. It's called Circus. John Michael Howell,
Okay, I don't know
and I
him.
found him through TikTok.
Okay, no, I don't know him. I don't know him. Which one of your so many watched verticals you have rewatched often? What's your favorite vertical so far? Or one
I
of
don't
your
really
favorites?
like one of them that I rewatch often. Um, I put out a top 20 that gives you my rewatches that I watch the most. Um, but currently I have rewatched Runaway Billionaire Becomes My Groom.
Ah, is that with Kira?
Nope, it's Ryan Vincent and Jesse Gallagher.
Jesse Gallagher. Yeah, exactly. Not Kira. But Kira did. Ah, no, no, that was another one. I forgot it. Yeah, 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 yeah. And last question. Which genre you want to see more? New genre or...
I want to see more horrors, thrillers, and comedies.
Well, that's a good combination. But it's kind of weird. Everyone I'm asking says horror. Is horror in the
Because
US
they're
so
not in there.
big?
Well, that and horror is set up so well with the way that it is now that it would work so well on a screen. Because even in horizontals, you don't need the whole picture. The whole picture is great, but mostly everything is centered. So
Yeah,
if you were to
okay.
take a horror horizontal, that's a tongue twister, film and put it
Horror
on a vertical screen,
horizontal.
yeah, it would still work and you would still understand the story because a lot of the sides are extras. It's like The Summer I Turned Bad.
Mm-hmm.
They made vertical and horizontal,
Yeah, yeah,
and it works either way. You just horizontal, you see more of the scenery.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
You don't get a ton more. You just see more of the scenery, and you see less of Felix walking on the boardwalk, shirtless.
Shit. That's really important. Shirtless. I saw the one with the Sam Myerson lately. The picture shirtless in the kitchen.
Oh, he's cooking? Yeah.
Yes, it looks great. We will see. We will see. Angela, thank you so much for your time and talking to me. And I will
Thanks for
send you
having
the
me on.
pictures from the Europa Park.
Yes, and I will send you that title of
Yes, please.
Eric and Luke's.
Then I can look if it's available for me to watch or not.
Yeah.
We will see. I wish you a lot of more verticals, a lot of great interviews to come, and
Thank you.
a good time in this vertical space. And say
Yes.
thanks again for joining me and talking to me. Bye. This is a wrap on this episode, and I hope you tune in again.